Guys, I'm back again, deluded Guna. Thank you for having me. Now, one thing that annoys me, it annoys me, and you guys know I love Wenger more than anyone. That doesn't mean I don't want man to step down. I love my club more, innit? One thing that annoys me is when I see these things like, oh, Wenger's earned the right to step down, Wenger's earned a proper send-off, and all of these things along them lines, on the basis that as a man, he's given us 21 years service, regardless of what I think of the man now and his need to step down. He's brought us 3 trophies, he brought us exciting football, he helped move the club forward, obviously not now, but he helped move the club forward. So I'm not going to sit here and disrespect my man and them things there, and on the basis of him doing that, yeah, he deserves a good send-off. Well, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, people. And anyone that disagrees, he forfeited that right. He's forfeited now. These same people that will say these comments will say no one's bigger than the club. Why does he always does he comments like if he just comes out now and says he's leaving, he'll get a proper send-off and everyone will get behind him? I'm sorry, but it's got to the point, and it's sad to say, for someone that's done madness for our club, it will not happen. People are at the point, it's past anger, it's past animosity, it's past fire, it's past even acceptance of being crap. It's just damn right low. Like, you can't even put into words what this feels like. He's forfeited every right to step down when he wants to and get a proper send-off and things. And I'm not saying if he was to announce he's leaving tomorrow, we must bash him and these things, because as much as I want him to go, I'm not saying that. But he's forfeited any right to go out in a sort of dignified way or on his own terms. He's forfeited it. He had the chance. I thought he'd go in 2014, the FA Cup. He had the chance in 2015. Hell, FA Cup too when we retained it. Hell, last year would have been a very good send-off. People would have still said you ruined your legacy and all of these things, but you beat Chelsea in an underdog thing. I didn't think we'd win. Well, on the day of the game, I Snapchatted that we would, but I didn't think we'd win. No one gave us a chance, and you galvanised the players. It would have been perfect if you stepped down there. The successor comes in, there's a feel-good factor somewhat at the club after a terrible season, and we build from there. I mean, Wenger's shown he's a real bad man, to be honest. I can't lie, he's a real skeg man. I mean, could you guys honestly imagine doing this to your employees? I mean, the man saying he goes when he wants, the board's scared of him. I don't know if he's beat the board members' girls, or if he's got their nudes or what, but this guy is showing he's a real bad man, really and truly. Like, regardless of what I think about the man, he's shown he's a bad man. Like, he must be roughing them up in the boardroom. Like, he's forfeited that. I mean, there's several reasons. I mean, Wenger, I'm not even being ageist here or nothing, but he's shown he's past the times. Like, he's shown it. The game has retired him in many ways. Several examples of him moaning about things. But one thing that stuck in my mind is the fixture list. He keeps moaning about the fixture list. City played Thursday and Sunday. We got smacked against Brighton. They won both their games. Why is that? And it's not, they've got a better squad than us and more depth, but more time than players they are playing every week. The same Kevin De Bruyne and Sane and all of them, man. I'm not going to sit here and list them all. You get where I'm going. Allegedly, the board want him to go on there on his own terms. What kind of spineless nonsense is this? Like, how can a club be so ingrained into one man? Like, I get it, he's been here for years and we know why that's happened, but how could you? This just lets me know people don't know what they're doing. I'm sorry, but what the hell is that? Like, he's lost the right to walk when he wants. Any dignified person or any sane, and I'm not saying he's mentally unstable, so don't get me, don't try and bag me for nothing. But any sane person would have stepped down time ago. They would have. The game has retired them. And even on that, regardless of him loving the club and like he'll always mention to us that he rejected the biggest clubs in the world for us and all of these things, that's great. But it's not about what you've done for the club or done for a business. It's about what you're doing for it. You need to get away. The Arsenal's too romantic. It's too all this winning through harmony crap, and that's a good statement. We need to win through harmony, but we need to get nasty. We need to get ugly. We need to get tough decisions need to be made, and it's like people don't want to make it. So this is why you have to be very pessimistic about Arsenal. But he's forfeited every right to step down in a dignified way. He's forfeited every right to step down on his own terms. And again, if you are disagreeing with me saying them statements, how can you turn around and say no one is bigger than the club? Because you will say that. You can't say he's earned the right and then say that nobody's bigger than the club when you're contradicting yourself. We all contradict ourselves in life, but you're contradicting yourselves. Look at the damning statistics with the defeats, with the defensive record, with the away record, several other damning statistics. We know we're Arsenal, so when we lose, we're under more scrutiny. People we're taken as a joke as it is, but people will try and bag us a bit more and things like that. And ironically, a lot of the things Wenger used to moan about back in the days are getting highlighted by Pep Guardiola, and people are taking it seriously. But you get the point. Like, you get the point. Like, you've forfeited all of that. You guys know I love Wenger, so no one can chat nonsense to me. But you've forfeited all of that. It's all forfeited. And like I said before I started, and I need to reiterate this. Again, if you're saying nobody is bigger than the club, but then you're saying he's earned the right to leave when he wants, you're contradicting yourself. Because if you look at the results, we're sixth. We thought last year was poor. We thought last year was poor. We're regressing. Regressing is not even the word. We're, like he said, you know, Wenger always says these silly comments, so they annoy me. But it was true what he said. You take success, you got up success by the stairs, and you crash by the elevator. By that analogy, that's true. We're crashing by this elevator, and we're at the bottom floor. We're pressing the emergency thing, and no one's trying to let us out. So we just have to hold it up, and maybe in a couple other hours, someone's gonna have to eat their own hand to stay alive or something. But yeah, man. Guys, Deluded, YouTubes, and Golo Kante. Get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest. I'm out.